Hello everyone, my name is Joshua So, and welcome to a new episode of Composing Live, where we have an up-close personal look at how music is made. For today, I'll be continuing working on an epic track that is full of euphoria and celebration. This will be part 2. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe if you find it helpful. Share it to your friends. Any help goes a long way. You can find more ways to support me in the descriptions below. Now let's go ahead and show you what I've been working on from last week. All right, you guys can hear me okay? As far as this goes, I think we're gonna change the voicing here on the new section. This section is kind of still fresh, and was outlining it last time. I feel the melody could be placed in the cellos instead of the violins. As one idea. And besides that, I usually go over the previous sections, just kind of tweak, but it's starting to sound really good. The only thing I would probably change is a few notes in the horn and trumpet, or get the balancing or tuning better. Something was happening there. And then in this measure in the beginning, I thought maybe I could improve on that too real quick. So let's address those notes first and then go to that new section. This won't take long. Cool. So I don't know what it is. Let me just think about that. Okay, so maybe what I'm thinking here is it's lacking a little bit of energy. So maybe we could just embellish this a bit. I mean, it has a nice bounce to it. Maybe I should go bum ba da dum bum bum bum. Let's see how that sounds rather than well, maybe we can do it on both. We'll see. Okay, so what if we went bum ba da da bum 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 ba da bum bum bum, or like something similar to that second half of this phrase on 41. So what if I did that on that too and just keep it more consistent all the way? Let's see here. Okay, cool. I like that. That's nice. So then if we were to just use a similar approach on this next half, bum bum bum. Something like that. Maybe not quite. Bum ba da bum 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 ba bum bum. And then that might have to just go through this next section too. Bum ba da da bum 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 ba da bum bum bum. Same thing here. So essentially just keeping this one ostinato pattern. Same with this next phrasing. Dun 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 dun. I guess that works. Cool. So then, if that's gonna be repeating, let's just take this phrase and let's take that into this next part, right over here. Let's see. Bum bum bum. Okay, so let's do that and copy that over here, and then over here. This is a new section. Okay, cool. So I think that's gonna really help. Sam had a suggestion, maybe a quiet pad, maybe at measure 44. Got some guitar notes, so you're thinking maybe reinforcing or supporting this chord change here. Let's look at that. The most logical one would be these brass notes that I have here. So what if we did that? What if we went here? We do a D minor chord, as you can see up here. D, something like that. This is like an open chord, and then, or I think, what does it call it? Closed chord, and then this. Let's just use a proof of concept. Okay, and then of course the shaping of that. Let's see, do it one by one. Let's try again. Sorry, it's a little funky. So let's do that for the other one and see how it sounds. Actually, no, let's try it again. There's also something funky happening with this CC7. Let's put that back a little bit. Cool. Now, if that's the case, we also have this little drum fill here, right? It's probably really simple. Didn't want to go too fancy. Thank you for that suggestion, by the way, Sam. How are you doing, by the way? All right, so I do have a that's how many beats? 1, 2, 3. So it's on 2 beats. If we're thinking of it as triplet quarter beats, that's how I have it set, at least. I mean, I don't really have a true 6/8 in this. This is still like in a 4/4. So it's kind of hard to play on a click sometimes. Okay, so on top of that, then we could also add a little string type of. Well, you know what? I think I have a string ensemble patch. That's from Spitfire. That's already turned on. Cool. And we can do something like a tremolo type of thing. It's a muted tremolo. Tremolo, just something like. Or we can do even like a trill. Something like that. I kind of like that idea. Let's try tremolo first. Dun 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 dun. Dun. That's probably the one right there. It's a bit loud. Let's just bring down in the volume. Okay, let's listen just soloed. So let's bring up the volume a little bit. That's probably good. Okay. One other thing we could do then is just add a little transitional element with percussion. Let's see. So we have some tambourines going. I was thinking about a tambourine roll. But rather than that, we could also do a triangle roll. Kind of like just a drum fill, actually. I think that would be good enough. We could probably do a whoosh, but you know, sometimes those whooshes are not necessary always. I'm thinking from an editor standpoint too. This kind of has a natural progression, and sometimes a whoosh gets in the way. So let's just leave it like that. The only other thing that I was going to say then is we have our brass. And the brass note was somewhere here in these high notes. It got a bit weird in the tuning. I'm not sure if it's the tuning or if it's something else. So let's listen. Okay, so it sounds like it's just not in tune for some reason. So let's check this real quick. Okay, so I have the Hermod stuff on. I saw your note there, Sam. Awesome, doing great. I'm glad to hear. So we have, first off, are we playing more than one note? So let's do it one by one. Trumpet is probably the culprit, but let's listen to the horn. As you can hear, it just kind of wavers a bit, and it's a high note. So maybe we can not do. Maybe you go on the. Okay. Let's see if the tune sounds better. Also, another thing I realized with Spitfire, I need to be cognizant of is there's a separate lane for CC for vibrato on CC21. Jaeger has it too, and I kind of forgot about that a few times. Let's see, on this one, see I don't even have it set, so let's make sure that's on there. That could also help shape some of the phrasing. Okay, we'll mess with the notes there too. I'm not 100% sold on this ending as well. Let's do that for this one. I'm not I think I heard something. I heard a little bit of difference there, but let's see. 21. Do I have a lane for that? I gotta make a lane for that. Okay, that's okay. So let's just find 21 here. Boom. And okay. So I kind of want to do a split here. So let's do a split where we go to the A. And the reason why I'm not going to D is the tuning, but another thought that occurred to me is, what if we did a different articulation? So there's this one here. It triggers a different sample. It's kind of loud. Then that might actually sound better if we were to just try this idea. Interesting. Anyways, that thought occurred to me. It sounds like it's not wavering as much. So then I'm thinking if we were to just do a chord there, how that would sound. There's a little rogue note right there. Let's delete that. There's also one up there, it looks like. Okay. I don't know how that happens, but it does. Let's also do shaping here real quick. This is going back to trumpet. So that might have been a little too much there. I definitely like the little zing that the vibrato has. So I'm gonna just keep that up as much as I can. Alright, so you can hear a weird change there, so I'm just gonna bring that up. That's a little bit more realistic sounding to me. Okay, so anyways. So then, sounds a lot better. Okay, so should we keep the split going on the horns? Mainly, so I'm thinking here, if we kept that cuivre, I don't know how to say that actually. If we do that on all of these as well. Just give it more support. Might as well look at the trumpets. There's no harm in copying notes and doubling that. Okay, except there's an overlap happening, so it's not going to trigger the note. Okay, is that happening with the trumpet? It looks like maybe this one's overlapping, so we don't want that to overlap. Okay. Cool. And then just make sure the shaping is supporting all of that dynamic. Okay. All right, that's a little better. Let's look down here one more time. So when we hit this note, so you got that third note. What if we went one more step further? Do that as well. And see if that fixes that. Okay. All right, so not bad, not bad. I'm gonna just make that rush a little bit ahead of the beat. All right, now the other thing I just noticed is this little ending phrase. Let's see if who is using this. Let's delete all the muted notes. So we have this. Let's find the horn. Okay, so this one, what's this thing? This is Woodwinds. Okay, Woodwinds are playing something a little bit off from everyone. Well, let's see. It's a little interesting seeing all these notes overlap and how they're just hitting like overtones of these chords. It's really cool. Anyways, this C is interesting. It's kind of poking out as its own separate thing. I'm going to just bring that down. And let's look at the woodwinds then. Woodwind, might as well do these brass pads and our horns and trumpet. Okay, so looking at those guys only. Let's see, that's not the woodwinds. There we go. That's not the one I was wanting to look at. All right, so we got some funky things happening. As you can see, not everything's aligning. And that's not the end of the world, but usually there's a sign that I need to analyze what I'm doing here. Okay, it's cool. So what if the woodwinds kind of were up here a little more? Interesting. Okay, so I think I'm doing this because I'm trying to account for bassoon. That's probably the only thing that's going on. Okay, so if this is happening in the woodwinds, I should also copy that there. What else? Okay, let's put a little crescendo on that. Da-na-na. Oh, let's see. Let's go down. Oh wow, it goes really down though. So if these other things are moving, I should probably copy these things at least so it moves together. That's good practice. There's also just some white spacing in these woodwinds that make me reconsider what I'm doing here. Okay, so the woodwind isn't moving with the bass line, so let's do that. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look at the woodwind line isolated this time and listen to that. Okay, there's some overlap happening there, so it's good that I'm isolating this because I would have been missing. There you go. Okay, so then there's also this woodwind line. I think it's fascinating. I have like an upper woodwinds doing something else. Okay, cool. The dun 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 is cool, but maybe that's a little incomplete. What if I dun 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 dun, and let's double that. Something's funky there. Let's see. I might have to just do that real quick. Hey Trey, good to see you. Sam, you had a question about composing lessons. Generally, I do 1 hour composing lessons. We can do. I don't like doing 30 minutes, but we could also do that 45-minute. Okay, so right here. There you go. Look at that. So bass line sounds good. Bum, bum, bum. And that would work really well, but then I have this dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. What if I did up? Interesting. And then there's a B, if you notice. That's kind of funny too. Let's see. But that is kind of modeling what the bass line is doing. What key are we in? In C. I guess you can consider this a major 7th type of thing. C major 7th. So, okay. Okay, so this is sort of like a revelation. I need to change the upper string stuff to account for this kind of rub dissonance that I'm not liking here. So we're gonna go up on the from this D, these low Ds, let's go up to a G. But you know, is that for all of them? Let's see. Sounded good to me. Okay, so right here, there's a weird thing kind of happening, right? I mean, if you're just listening, it works. If you look at it, you're like, oh, what is going on here? Again, this is a F chord that we're in, and this E natural and the F chord just makes it like a F major 7. So I mean, it's a weird voice crossing. It's not that bad, but this last note here, so both of these, might sound better if we go like to a C or something. Okay, so let's commit to that. We're gonna do that for the next parts. We have this D going to a G. Same thing here, going to the G. Now on this F chord, we're gonna go down to a C. And what happens here? Okay. Oh, it's like doing a fill. And I guess that one is okay. Okay, let's listen to just the highs. Okay. So we might have to change this line slightly. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and let's take that out. Or go to a C. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to do that too. So then this is the last phrase, last round of this whole shebang. So we're going to also fix that. I realize though, the stuff I copied and pasted onto the next section, I just have to keep an eye out on that and make sure that that there isn't anything happening. Or I guess I didn't copy and paste that part. Okay, so we're good. We're not there yet. There was the Woodwind. So going back to the Woodwinds, the only reason why I did that is because I wanted just to add these stinking notes here. So if I do that into the next parts, bum bum bum, and I mean I'm basically doing that here. It just looks a little different, stretched out. So I'll just keep it consistent that way. Bum 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 bum, and then here. Let's see. All right, so this will be a little bit different. Yeah, maybe just keep it on the F for the F chord. Okay, and if that's the case, let's just do that to the next sections. So we have back, this is the second round, measure 54 and onwards. Let's do this quickly. these little changes add up. It's just really tedious, as you can see how much work and thought is put into this. Okay, so this part has a little fill, that little run that the strings are doing. Let's see. So I think I went C F F or no. Yeah, F F E D F F E C F E C. Let's try that. Huh, okay. Let's listen to that with the high string. Okay, let's look at the notes. F, E, C. Okay, let's get rid of that. Da, 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 da. Ah, man, I think I know why I did that now. Huh. Ah, okay. I see. I think I need to add that extra note in here. So let's do that then for the other round. I'm gonna have to fix this for the other strings. Okay, now I know why that was doing, why we're doing that way. So then, this is strange. There should be more notes here. So let's go E, D, C. Ah, I see. That's up there. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Yeah, like that. Okay, that makes more sense now that I'm looking at it. Okay, then what's this? This should also be playing the same thing, so that's strange. Some of these are just not doubling the way it should. So, okay, so there's that, and then, and that run only happens on the halfway point. Okay, cool. So there's only one of those to worry about. Going back to the Woodwinds. Now that I know what I'm doing, let's find one of these guys. Bum 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 bum. Let's do this one. All right, this is like home stretch here. Except it's on the wrong spot. Okay. All right, let's find this F. So then we are at here. Let's delete. And this should go FF. And then, oh, there is one more run, isn't there? Although the strings up here didn't do it. Okay, maybe let's go. Dun 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 dun. Okay, dun dun dun. Let's go to that little D change. So that D signifies a G major chord. There's a interesting like G7 kind of thing happening here. Not a 7. I thought that was an F. Sorry, that's an E. Interesting. So it's like a G6 chord. Dun dun dun. Okay, I think let's copy what the higher string is doing there. So let's see what everyone's doing. So it's confusing because there's 2 layered strings. So I'm gonna look at the C, which is kind of like the cello region. Okay, that makes sense. So then let's look at the mids. Okay, although when it's going GG, it's kind of boring. Okay, so I like that. I might have to double that with the upper strings. Bum, bum, bum. But then that rubs against the cello because they're in the same region. So let's look at the B and C's together. Let's just double that. But then what are the basses doing? Let's see. Okay. Let's look at the basses. Let's do that instead. Okay. Now let's look at C's and D together. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, yeah. It's kind of funky if I just do G's to reinforce. Okay. All right. So that sounds okay. Now, let's listen to families. So we got the Woodwinds here. Dun da 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 dun. Let's just add that note in right now. Oh, actually, you know what? Dun dun da 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 da. You know, let's just go dun 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 with the strings. Actually, like this, and then D. Okay, so there's that. So we don't need to add that extra note on that run. We're changing that, and then let's get into the pads. So this is a G chord, right? Okay. All right. Let's listen to that with the Woodwinds. I think everything else is aligning. Let's just double check some of these other ones. Okay. Should be okay. What if I went down? It's not a big deal. I don't know. It's a small detail. Let's see. So then... Does it not play the G? It doesn't. Okay. It's too bad. Okay. Just thinking about that bass line right there. Let's go down. All right. Now we're ready for the next section. That took a little longer than I thought, so but I think I'm pretty happy with those changes, and it was important to realign myself with those notes. Sam, you mentioned something about not learning. Problem is not changing them; it's adding them in the first place. Yeah, being able to hear those notes before they actually are written down, that's a gift. It's also it's a skill, really. But I say gift because it's something that other musicians and artists give you when you listen to music. You know, you just like start to have an ear for those things when you start listening to certain artists. I think that's a really big point. You mentioned Jacob Collier, Little Blue. That sounds familiar. I like Jacob Collier stuff. I'm not really into what he does, but I really appreciate his musicianship. Phenomenal musician, by the way. But yeah, I'll have to check that out. Let's see here. Going to the melody, we did mention changing the melody. So that sounds a little weird to begin with. So let's just get rid of that. And let's put the low strings in. So I have separate isolated tracks for cello, which is, I'm going to use, I could use some Vista as well, just for the hell of it. I think I had some Vista playing in a different track, so I like the sound, and just it's only 3 cello players, so it's a little bit more defined. And then what else did I have? I have my Spitfire and Pacific, so let's find each of those. Actually, let's just do this one, the Performance Legato. I gotta turn that on. And let's turn on one more, the Pacific Cello. There you go. Okay. So realigning here, I got a note from Sam saying, what about the ostinato I mentioned? Did I miss something? What about the ostinato I mentioned? I don't know what you're talking about, Sam. Let's see. Let's look at these two, see how they sound. Let's go even one more octave down. Okay, and let's do this separately. So, like that. Oops, like that. Okay, isolate this. Let's try again. Okay, I'm not sure about the ending, if it should end that way, but let's just keep it as is. So then we have this one here. I'm going to exaggerate these a little more. so these are too long, as you can see here, like that. Let's redo that. That'll have to be for the Vista one too. Okay. All right, and let's fix that over here. There's a little stop there. Okay, so then let's bring up the volume of these just a tad. We'll also double this with some brass. Okay, that's plenty loud. Okay, so then this brings a point with the string ostinatos. It's going to be a little trickier to figure out which ones I need to get rid of and which ones I'll keep. But let's just do this for now. All right, yeah, so Sam mentioned it may not have shown up, which is weird. I made a comment that you might consider making a faster ostinato at bar. Oh, interesting. Bar 44, 45. Oh, kind of like more energy with the strings. I see what you're saying. Let's keep it as is for now. That's a nice sentiment to you know add something more, but I think we get the gist of that section, and you know after this session, if I don't finish, I'll just keep going. But usually I'll spend another day or two to kind of just polish and tweak, and then I'll consider that. Okay, so let's look over here though. Looking at the low mid melody, or even call it a bass melody, let's look at trombone and maybe horn. So we have, nope, probably this one. Let's see here. That sounds better. So let's keep it on the Spitfire one. So let's bring this in here. Okay. Wow, that sounds so weird. Okay, yeah, so we'll keep it there. Let's look at all this. Let's bring the volume down. And I might have to reshape this. So this is tying over a little too long. I just noticed. Let's go to this part. All right, let's look at the trombone. Okay. Boom. And then it should just, we're gonna jump back in on 86. So this is the plan. Okay, so that sounds okay. We might be able to bring that volume just a tad up. Okay. All right, let's look at the bass line real quick. Okay. So if I kept this going with the cello, there's a good gap between the voicing here. So I can keep that and almost treat this like a viola part. Yeah. I'm just wondering if I should bring it up. Well, I won't delete. I'll keep this part just for now. What's this doing real quick? Should we bring it up? Hello. Sorry for that lag. Okay, it's coming through it. So the bass is the bass line that I'm kind of worried about. That with this. It's a little muddy, as you can hear. Let's look at the range. Okay, so maybe on this part, let's change it down. For some reason, like I heard the notes go up again. Yeah, I'm hearing it again. Oh, it's because I only have one of those changed. Okay, so let's change that. Oops. Okay, so I could go da 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 da, or maybe do a B. Sounds a little better. Okay, and then that might affect the other lines up here. So let's just look at that real quick. Okay, so maybe let's go down on that and reinforce. Cool. Let's see. Okay. Let's make sure this changes. Let's just go all C's. Or we can go da 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 da. Yeah. Cool. And that makes me wonder if I need to change other lines besides that. I think we're okay. All right, so skeletons are coming together. We still have high strings that we can add in. So my thinking was we can add the melody back in here somewhere on the middle section. Let's look at the articulation. So something's a little off. They're not assigned. That's partly why. Sounds a little better. Nice. I really like that second violin part. That's pretty cool. That little run. I'm thinking we might have to reinforce that because if it's just that line, if we do that line with maybe woodwind, that would be nice. Just thinking out loud. Do we have any mallet instruments? We have guitars. Yeah, so somewhere with either of those two families would be good. So let's go to the brass. That would probably be the next step. Okay, so we have one instrument here. We have a little trombone doing its thing. And hey, Greg, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Sometimes I have my messaging stuck, my window where I can see all the chats, even the ones that aren't that disappear off of the screen. I still can see all the notes, but for some reason it doesn't move with it, and it gets stuck. So I don't realize there's all these messages that are coming in. Yeah, well, it's also good to see Cheyenne. A lot of familiar friends from all over the world. So we have brass. Going back to brass, guys, I think I should start with pads again. So let's go to this part. And we're going to look at how brass can fit around this melody. So I'm going to keep the cello and the pads on. Start with the bass line. Okay, so if I were to just do a quick mock-up like this. Oh, wrong key. I saved. There you go. So I feel like that's a little too high or too low for this moment. Okay, so let's do that. Now I'm just I'm doing octaves for most of this. I'm thinking maybe shrinking the range there, but it could be kind of funky. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so what I'm doing is actually I'm playing this melody. Interesting. So if I were to do that, I'm just curious. Oops. I might have doubled that. Oh no, I did. Let's just do a quick delete of this. Okay, so here. It might work. Let's see how it goes. So right now the articulation's probably this. Oh no, it's the power one, huh? Because the one before it is power. So I like the edge to it. I'm gonna see what a long choir sounds like. it. So let's keep it at the long power one. Okay. Anyways, so then what we do is let's listen to that with the bass line over here. Just it's getting me to think if I should even do like a ostinato pattern here. Okay, interesting. So this line is more like a tuba / bass trombone part, and we can keep it there for now. Let's add more above it. So then we have this. This is just a long choir, okay. Starting point. Okay. Let's solo this so I can hear it better. Should be a C chord, huh? Okay, I'll play that a little better. Let's see. This part here, I have to figure out a better line. Let's do this like that. Okay, all right. Well, I think I got it. Let's practice that one more time. So it goes. Let's put a C chord in there so I don't forget. Doing these chords on brass with keyboard is challenging sometimes because then I like to keep them 2 fingers for each hand, but this one I'm switching. I'm doing like 3 notes on one hand, 1 on the other, so it throws me off. Let's see here. let's try that. Let's bring this up a little bit though. I'll just kind of have it hover like that. So it's around there. Okay, I'll use my pedal like that. Here we go. Oops. Gotta go a little higher, huh? Yeah, alright, let's try again. Okay, so I'll redo this little thing. That's just kind of helps me to hear everything. And then let's fix some of these notes. We have a, yeah, I flubbed this, as you can see. Like, whoa, what's going on? All right, and then we can just go whoop, with the exception here. Do that. Okay, let's assign this to the long choir. Everything else, let's see. This should be a G. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's shape this now. Maybe we'll do the big window so it's easier to see all this. So the other thing is I like to give a little gap for the breath. I feel like this is too short though, so then it has to be just a little longer like that. Da-na-na. Let's do that for here as well. Like, yeah, something around an eighth note over. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Maybe a breath here too. Anywho, I also have my sustain pedals on. Just delete that. Okay, let's go back. Should stop right there on 3. Should have crescendo there too, but we should also put a short little stamp on there. So short choir on that one, short beast on this one. Okay, and then let's reshape that so it crescendos. Let's try again. Okay. This needs to be maybe a little longer. Okay, and then same thing here. There you go. It's more the velocity that triggers it. Okay. All right, so let's listen to that in context. All right, so um, there's something here that I'm hearing in my head. Okay, yeah, on that A minor chord. Um, Maybe on a different instrument, I'll do a horn. Sam asking another question here: how different is Cubase artist from Pro? That is something I'm not too familiar with. Unfortunately, I've only dealt with Pro. But if you were to go on the website, just compare apples to apples. There's a comparison chart. You can check what artist is limited to compared to Pro. But you should be able to do a lot of things on it. So what I was saying before is there's gotta be this like embellishment here on the A, something like that. Something like that. That's what I was hearing. So maybe starting on 78 where the F chord is hitting, maybe we can start there. Oh, it doesn't go higher than an E. Or I guess D sharp's the highest. Okay, so I can't go that high. But anyways, let's try that. Sorry. Let's see. Wrong note. Something along those lines. Maybe C? Let's try again. Okay, and then let's do G actually on that. Cool. Let's put a little stamp on that as well. I really like this cuivre articulation. Really cuts through, sounds nice. Spitfire audio. Let's put a little more velocity. Maybe a marcato or a tenuto. Tenuto would probably be better. Whoa. Maybe too much. Marcato? Staccato. That's okay. Alright, so that's one line. So the artist and pro Cubase, I think you might be able to actually try a trial version of one of those two, maybe both. I know they offer a Cubase Pro trial version, so it's worth a shot if that's something you're wanting to get into more and explore. I mean, in the end, you know, there's a few things out there that are free, and you know, there's a lot of great useful things like that. Like Spitfire Audio, for instance, has their lab series, which I highly recommend. Um, but anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a certain point in time where you'll want to start investing in those kind of things, basic things, and it adds up. It's I know it gets pretty pricey. So any opportunity that comes your way, like a trial version, just take advantage of those and see what they offer. Maybe there's an artist trial, so we'll see. Um, Going over the horn section, it's kind of nice to have that, but should we do some different type of harmonies? We already kind of are adding horn, so to speak, with these pads. Trumpets as well. Trumpets are kind of the top voice here. But, on top of that, maybe just a little bit more juice from a trumpet. So let's look at the trumpets that we have loaded in. So with these two, first off, what if I doubled this? That's kind of high. Okay. Sorry. 1 second. I need to also look at the CC21. Oh, it is right here. Okay, great. So let's just bring it up. That's nope, it's not staccato. Okay, so there's that. Let's bring it down the volume. I kind of like the horn sound better. Shoot. All right, so I'm just gonna maybe bring it down. And then my idea here is just support that. So we have this line down here, and we're going to harmonize below this, like that. Let's go over here. There you go. Okay. F chord, G, A minor. Boom. Oops. Sorry. Let's go one more down. Hmm. Let's just keep it on the Ds. Okay, so now let's shape that up a bit. Okay, it's a little loud. Let's bring this down. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's unfortunate that the artist is not offered as a trial. May try reaching out to them. Doesn't hurt to ask. There might be someone there in like customer support that might offer that. If not, have you tried the Cubase Pro trial? It'd be interesting to see what your thoughts are on that. I can't remember what DAW you're using. Is it Cakewalk? I remember you said Cakewalk at some point, right? Yeah. So if that's something that you want to try changing, Cubase is one of the best ones out there, I think. I mean, if you're using Mac, Logic's good too. It's a little cheaper. But yeah, Cubase is just phenomenal when it comes to film scoring, all the MIDI stuff. It's the best for MIDI, I think. Okay, so anyways, you have more brass underway. I kind of like where that's heading. I like the simplicity of the first half, and not a lot of brass, just some pads, and then the melody, like a counter melody kicking in over here. So then the only other thing is just adding woodwinds. So what time is it? 9:30. Let's go ahead and keep pushing on. What I'd like to do is add to the next section at least a skeleton. If not, if we can finish it today, but that's wishful thinking. Let's see what we can do though. So right now I don't have a lot of isolated woodwinds. I have flute and bassoon, but I've been using more of an ensemble patch as sort of a shortcut here. Okay, so just from first glance, that's a little quiet. Okay, anyways, so then if that's the case, let's go over here. What was I going to do? Probably double up on strings and some of this melody. So like the bassoon, let's go ahead and add that into here, like that. Okay, that's kind of loud. Let's see. Wow, look at that. That's a big jump. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Let's listen to just the bassoon and melody. Oops. one thought occurred to me, Sam. You're a student, right? If you're a student, you should be able to get an educational discount. If not, try the cross grade if they're still offering something like that. But anyways, I see that you're gonna go to bed. All right, have a good night, man. Yeah, good luck with the Cubase stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this. I'm just thinking if I should do like a counter melody. Let's play around with this for a second. So if I'm going here, oh hello. Oh, interesting. Anyways, just a thought. I'm just thinking it might be good to just reinforce all of this that's happening. So let's start here. Let's go note by note. Let's bring this into the what we would call like the mid woodwind section. Okay, this is a different articulation I need to change. Let's go to light or orchestrator. Okay, something's not aligning. Let's undo that. Okay, so let's look at what was I doing? C? That was the C one. Or I thought it was C. Maybe I was on the B. Anyways, let's do that first. Okay. That's better. Alright, now I need to make sure that these are in the right articulation field. Hello. There you go. And move this to where I was before. Either this one or this one. Let's look at this one. Interesting. It's not really re-attacking, so there might be some weird overlap, or let's shorten the note. That's weird. I don't hear that dun da da dun. I hear just dun dun dun. So let's try the other one. Plays on that one. Oh, interesting. So it has to be like a certain velocity for it to trigger. I think I know why. Anyways, let's keep this all around the same velocity except for the end. The best way to do that is just to assign it to something like 90. Perfect. Okay, let's just do that. Oh, right. 70. Measure 70 to wherever this is. Let's go to the next part. And let's put this one maybe in the same one. No, let's put it in the other one. Okay, it's kind of loud. Let's bring it down. Okay, let's put this, it's too light. Okay, let's keep that around there. Volume wise, I'm not sure. Let's see, is it going to overpower? Okay, so there is a problem here. I'm trying to figure out. This is kind of the same issue that we're dealing with. It's not, some of these notes are below the threshold to trigger the other sample, so I'm gonna have to fix it. There you go. Now again, this is a string line, so I do have to consider what the woodwinds are capable of doing. You know, they could stagger breathe, meaning certain woodwinds are breathing while others are not. But if we were to simplify some of these lines, like maybe I put a little breath on there. Like that. Like that. Da 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 da. Okay. On these notes, a little louder, yeah. Okay. Cool. Great. So then, this is in strings. Cool. Yeah. Now that this line is here, it's actually reinforcing this line, this really important line, I think. I think that's really important to have that, since that's the only other line that is playing it. Okay, so anything else? So I have this little flute track that I can fill in. I'm thinking I just double up here and copy this into here. And make sure we have the right articulation. Oh man, poor flute players. So let's see what we can do a little different here. Maybe instead of going daga daga daga, let's just do sustains on these. And oh yeah, don't want to do that. Let's see. There's that. Okay. So maybe I'll just put this and draw it in. I'll put a little note at the end there. Maybe C. Okay, cool. Are these spiccatos? No. I just see the word spiccato on here, but it should be sustained. Okay, let's bring up the volume a little bit. Yeah. Let's just do that. There's also, since this is Spitfire, there's also CC21. Cool. I'm wondering if I should go higher, like double this. Okay. It's not a piccolo, but it is acting like a piccolo line. Just saving some resources, why not? Okay, so then there you go. That should do it. I think I have clarinets and stuff too, but I think that'll be good enough to help support everything. Let's look at the horn line one more time with the brass here. Okay, so there's something with the reattacking of the note, either. Oh, okay. So this is trumpet. Maybe I should just not make this so drastic, because there's something weird happening there. Okay, but the other thing is the brass horn line, actually, to be specific. Right there. Maybe if I just bleed it over more, it'll sound better. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. These are sustained notes, but and it's not legatoing per se, but maybe also here. Okay, let's redraw this in. Okay, something like that. Okay. And then going back in. Okay, so let's just do the odds and ends here. So this bassoon, staccato, let's add that in. Okay, more. Okay. I feel like it was a little late, but I don't have the click on, do I? It still sounds a little behind. Sounds better. Okay. So let's just do that for every single note. Let's do that. Put a staccato on that one. Bring up the velocity. Same thing. It's just a little behind the beat. Surprising, because usually the short notes are on time, and the sustains are the one that are behind. Yeah, okay, so moving on. Looks like all of these have it. Let's just solo these. Oops, I didn't mean to do this one. That flute really sticks out, huh? That sounds better. Okay, anyways, let's listen to this. Cool. All right. moving on, let's look at the guitar line and the choir. Yeah. Anything else? Is there a piano? There's some synth stuff we can add, which we'll have to get to in a second. All right. So there we go. 1 second. I gotta do one thing. All right. So let's spend 10 minutes or so on this next section. The first 5 minutes will just be on this. Okay, so as you can hear, there's some weird pedaling going on. When I say pedaling, I mean sustain pedal. So let's just double check here. Yep. So this stuff, let's turn that off. See that for on both of these. Okay, easy fix. Okay, better. So now it's not sustaining all weird. Okay, now the next part is what are we gonna do here? So first thought is let's drop out the acoustic guitar stuff, all that stuff. Just give it a rest. But here, I think it'd be just nice to add some chords and just basic like strumming, like. Let's do that on both. Let's do that with better timing. Okay. All right. Timing felt good for most of that. Just this note is not good. Yeah, I just wanted to end on the root note, and then I forgot that we stop here. Let's bring up the velocity on that one. Okay, good. Now I could do a soft quantize, just clean it up a little bit. I like to just kind of give it a more strummy feel by doing that. Okay, let's do that for the other one. Let's just do a quick copy and paste that way. And let's see how that looks. You know what? There's a setting on Cubase. Is it this one? I have to just make sure it's deactivated when I chop these up, because then I realize it chops up the notes. Anywho, is that good? Oh, there's one more. Oh man, this one's a funky one. Okay, good. And then let's look at the other one. This one too. More or less. Okay, good. All right, so now the big one is the voicing and the vocals here, and then if we want, we can also look at the synths, right? let's bring the synths in over here. That's less of a concern. Bigger concern is if I should keep this vocal right here that I have. I don't know if it's necessary, to be honest, but I do have some stuff in the beginning. Right, it's like nice soft. So my thought was keep it in there. Maybe we could blend it in just with the choir. So let's stamp the, well, actually, before I'm getting ahead of myself, let's do the synths and other miscellaneous instruments here. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Let's look at this. Maybe follow along. Okay, so if there's that happening, what I want to do then is bring down the volume. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I should set CC expression on here as well. So let's just let's say around 79. Okay. And then over here, when I'm hitting this note, I need to choke it, so to speak. Now it's a little too quiet, so let's bring that up. Okay. Let's look at timpani. Timpani, we could make it a little more rhythmic, perhaps, or just do simple whole notes. Let's listen to what's happening here. Dun 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 dun. I feel like going simpler is better here, so let's just do something like this. let's let it ring a little bit. Cool. A little more accent maybe on the end there. Let's see. Something like that. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes that computer struggles with all this stuff happening. Alright, then we have this synth pad. Oh yeah, and then the synth pad is just not working a lot of times. That's because I have this pad not turning on. If anyone knows how to do this so it permanently stays, I'd be very happy to be able to have this always remember the routing, or else I have to always do that. So we didn't hear this at all. Now it's there. Let's bring that down volume just. Now that we're realigned with our pad, let's look at this next section. Okay. So I think we would be fine dropping out that pad for that section. We can bring it back in for the next half though. Let's look at this part. Okay, so what if we went... you know what? I can't do this in this type of triplet setting. That's the problem. So I have to draw it in. So like, whoops. So the idea would be like that. Yeah, like that. So that's a little quiet. Either bring it up an octave. Is that right? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't really pop through. But I'm just gonna do the first half of that phrasing. Let's do it this way. Okay. Ooh, it's gonna blow. Okay, so let's see if that works. It's kind of cool. Is it necessary? That's debatable. So let's bring this down. I like it. It just adds a little sparkle, but it does take up a lot of resources, so my computer is struggling a little extra. We could probably draw some of the automation. I'm not sure if that does anything actually, but we could maybe bring up the volume a bit on some of that. Okay, let's go to the next part. So I really have to think about my chords here. Oh, although I don't think I copied the right notes. Start on that first one. There you go. So right here we have A minor. that looks better. And then let's go down to the G, like that. Okay, and then back to the F and C, F, G, C, F, G, and then C. This is a C. But maybe voice that one inversion down, so like this. And then do that again for one more up until here. Okay, great. Now let's draw the automation. Let's go lower. Maybe keep it strong at the end. That G chord, is that correct? Let's see. Am I playing the right notes first off? G, B, D. Okay, what about the other notes? Yeah, looks like we're in a G chord. Okay, it just sounds a little different there. Okay, so that fills up most of the melodic stuff, I think, if not all. I'm just sometimes I have some melodic stuff down here, but the rest is drums. So let's just mute the drums and listen to everything. It works. The drums definitely take up a lot more resources. You can tell everything's playing fine until the drums come in. So that's one thing to know. But the bad news is I can't really hear this. It's kind of quiet. Yeah, I don't know. So one idea is simplifying it and go like quarter note triplets. So instead of going ba da da, you go ba da da ba da da like that. If that makes sense. That might sound better now that I think about it. So there's not an easy way to do this, is there? So let's just do this painstakingly. So like that. I think that probably will be more cohesive and, you know, like it still pokes out and will sound good. So luckily I don't have to, oops, I pressed some wrong notes there. There you go. So then I can copy at least that first half over. That'll be better. Okay, so we got that. Let's keep that going into this next section. There you go. Is it like that? Okay, almost there. Let's delete this. All right, let's go like this. Okay, now I'm hearing something else. Is it this? Okay, so I think I have this wrong. These should be drums, right? Like snare drums, is that right? Or is it bass drum? Okay, so there's something not right here. I think this should be a snare drum hit, like that. I think that's what I meant to do. Okay, and that's supposed to double with the snare, so that's a mistake. Let's put that back in. Anyways, going back to this section where the Arps are over here, let's hear how it all sounds. Now, what if we move this back down to this octave? Okay. Yeah, so there might be some muddiness happening because of that ARP. So the other question was, what if I just went F, F, F? Although it's kind of boring, it would help support what the strings are doing a little more. I think that might be a better move. Okay, so then we have... kind of interesting. This should be a C, huh? Okay, let's listen to this one. I thought I heard something in the strings there that... So let's go up then. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, interesting. Dun, 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 dun. F, G. Okay, maybe on this part we can do something a little different. Dun 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 dun. Let's just do that. Okay. So, how are we doing on time? It is 10 something. So, I'm really happy with this section. The only other thing now is just filling up this part with the drums. All right? Okay. So, this isn't complete. This needs to go one more over. And that should be like that. Alright, timing wise, something's not right. Something's not happening with the drums, but I'll fix it. Just want to make sure that this is aligned correctly. Let's see. Let's put this one over here. Honestly, I'm not too crazy about this part that I'm layering, but I'm just being consistent about it. So we'll keep it at that for now and see how it goes. So now the drum sounded a little funky when I glued some stuff together. So let's just make sure this sounds good. So just a little bit more at the end. So starting around 81. Okay, so like when that horn comes in, so there's that, and let's look at the snare, just the drum set. Okay, so Oh, I see. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so then we go dun dun. Okay, like that, and then snare. John, ja, ja, John, John, ja, ja, John. A little one of these. That's not what I wanted. Oh, this is a different drum set. That's right. That one right there. A little rim shot. Okay, so this is at the wrong spot though. It should be here. Okay, maybe a crash. Let's add a little bit more pizzazz. Dun 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 da da. Dun dun da 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 dun. Dun dun da 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 dun dun dun. Bum bum da da dun bum 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 bum. Maybe some bells on that one. Bum 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 ba da jump. Let's put a hi-hat. Oops. Like that. Ba-bum. Is that right? Pupucha, pupucha, puchacha, puchacha, pupucha, puchacha. What if I go like this? Something just not jiving here. Maybe no bell there. That'll be too just too much, I think. But I will bring up the yeah. Let's bring up that. Nice. Yeah, a little bit more crunch to the hi-hat there. Okay. Anything else? Okay, let's look at the headless tambourine. Okay, let's see. Let's do something like this. One more, I guess. Okay, it's a bit much. I'm gonna bring the volume down just a bit so it doesn't cut through as much. Okay. I feel like it needs a snare hit. Let's do a snare hit on that as well. Oh, actually, that's the kick. This is a snare. No, this is a snare. Let's bring that over here. Okay, cool. What about these hits? It's kind of cool. Could I do that over here? Dun dun jum. So it needs to go about there. It's a little early. Okay. Okay. Anyways, and that's optional. I might not even need it, but it's kind of cool. I'll just put it there and mute it for now. Okay, so enough of that, right? We have these. What are these? Cool. I love that. Let's put this back in to this part. So dun 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 dun. Let's see if it works. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work, but let's try. Oh, okay. So we have to time stretch this, I believe. It's probably the only way to make that work. And some of these are already. Oh no. Let's take off the fade. Cool. Okay. So after the hit, it goes back in, and we do one last hurrah at this section. So how much time or how long is this piece? So let's look at the starting point. 1 minute, 1 hour. Well, actually, let's fix this. So if the duration is 0 here, we go to here. So far, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's pretty good length. I mean, once we add the ending, we're definitely going to pass 3 minutes, I think. So yeah, 3 minutes and something. This could be like the last track on the album. I'm really happy with the way this track is going. It's a way to really summarize the theme of this entire album. Anyways, I'm really excited to get this going. This will be my 8th track, so I have 2 more to write, and it'll be released soon. So once we get the stems, the groups, and all that junk. So what I need to do is figure out how to combine this melody with this part. anyways, so here's the big part. Yeah, I'm really excited, Cheyenne. It's gonna be nice to have this out on, the libraries for licensing, but also just for my Spotify channel too. It'll be really fun to get this out for people to stream, for anyone that wants to listen. But yeah, ideally, this is actually catered specifically for reality TV. You know, not all reality TV needs something this big, but when they do, um, I just want to make sure this is, very pliable for their editing. It's hard to think like an editor sometimes, but anyways, so this is the little transition here. Excuse me, and I think copy pasted okay for the most part. So let's press play. So I have that really cool, but it needs a little bit more. It's a bit loud in the mix. That mixed in with whatever else I added in the beginning. Let's see here. Well, it's actually over here. So over here we have this lovely sound design stuff. We also have this. Okay, so I need that over here. It's weird because the way the timing is. I'm just gonna double, and it's acting kind of weird right now. Okay, I think I copied and pasted that. If there's some weird networking issues, like just right now. Before, when this would happen, I would have to like actually start a new stream and break up the video. So hopefully we're not having to deal with that. I think on Twitch you do see 2 separate videos, but on YouTube they're able to like do some cool voodoo stuff to keep that going. Anyways, with that all being said, I think adding that will help. That little hit, and then probably some kind of whoosh. So let's look at the section one more time, see if there's anything else. I also have some cymbal stuff. So let's add cymbal, bass drum. Is there timpani? Yes, there's timpani. Let's add this all in as well. Let's go back about 2 measures worth. So let me re-highlight these guys. And about there. Let's drop those in. Copy, undo. Let's go over here. Same thing. Copy that. Like that. Is that right? Or I might have to go here. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and whenever I have this weird networking issue, it could be like my switch or something, but this disconnects from my VN Ensemble Pro. So unfortunately, I have to reconnect. The only way to do that is to get out. So I'll save one more time. I think I already saved, but just for good measure, save. I'm gonna get out. I have to go back into the other computer, and let's give it like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to disconnect. Okay, and Cubase is out. So let's quit out of Cubase. Let's go back into Cubase, and I'm gonna have to reload this session. That's the only way to fix that issue. That's the downside of VN Ensemble Pro. In one regard, it is. If this were to happen on one single computer, that's a different story. The computer would probably just crash, and then I'm out of luck with the stream as well. So in another regard, ensembles is still the answer to a lot of the issues whenever you're dealing with like CPU overload. So it's kind of a weird catch-22. I thought I figured out how to fix my problem, but it's still happening in some regard. And that's just because I think I'm overloading everything. I don't know there really anything else I can do about it. Yeah. So there you go. When I was working as an assistant, a lot of times the Macs would just always crash, and these are good Macs. These are like the top of the line, like Studio Mac Pro Studio Macs, and for some reason, it even with that technology, it still crashes. So there's some weird stuff with these solid state drives. That's one component, like the way it reads samples. The other component is maybe just how Cubase is in general. But I don't generally get a lot of crashes. This just happens at the worst times. All right, so this is almost done. Is there anything else I'd like to share with you guys? Currently, I'm working on a Halloween album with a client, and that's been taking up most of my time. I've been pitching. I've pitched for a documentary, and I'm on the second or third round now. They're still finding the composer or deciding on the composer, so shortlisted for that. Haven't heard back yet, but if that comes through, that would be really exciting to be part of that. I can't really talk about too much, but there's that, and as well as this trailer album or this epic album that I'm making. It's not really a trailer album, although some of it is trailer-esque. Anyways, so with all being said, I copied my whooshes. These are like the orchestral whooshes. Let's play it. Okay, so let's make sure that they're glued together and it's all working in lockstep. I don't know what just happened there. Boom. Okay. And then we got our keep force hit there. Don't need this. Okay. And let's press play and see what it sounds like. Cool. All right, so I'm missing a note. If I go like this, look at that. It does reappear. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna change the string line just a bit to make it more exciting. So I have this in the past. I'm kind of thinking this might be a good answer to what we have here. Although it's not ideal, but this will be a good starting point. So let's see here. If we're on C chord, let's see. Okay, so let's just start there and see where it goes. C. Da, na, na. Oh, whoops, that has to be there. Let's go A. So this is just an idea, but I'm already liking this better than what we have here. I don't know what's the best way to do this. Let me duplicate the version and call this version 1.03 as to our session. Okay, cool. So we're also missing some kind of crash, huh? So I feel like we could use a nice strong Piatti cymbal. I've been using this one. EWO. Piatti crash combo. That's where it is. So, like that. Like that. Okay. So, let's write all our data in. Put it down just a bit. That's quite. Let's try going up. Okay. Make sure it's on time. Okay, let's go down just a little more. What else? So we're missing a timpani line, I think. Let me just double check here. Oh no, I'm not missing a timpani line. Let's just solo a timpani, see how it sounds. Okay, so that's wrong. Okay, that's good. Well, let's see here. Oh, I see. So we do need to bring this back up, huh? Great. So that sounded weak because the timpani programming was off. But yeah, then the strings will help with that transition. What else? I feel like we're missing notes here. There we go. Let's just go down the line. Sometimes when you copy and paste this, the MIDI data gets all wonky. So I'm just going to go down the line here and double check. And it doesn't hurt to play it. Sounds good on that. Let's look at this. Okay. Okay, great. Let's look at the strings all at once. Looks good. Let's look at the data. Okay, so sometimes you gotta zoom out to just make sure those ramps, those ramp curve stuff that happens with the MIDI is all funky sometimes. What else? Okay, that's good. What else? Where are we at? So this is 86. Okay, sorry. Let's go over here. That looks good. Okay, let's look at these two. Oh yeah. Also, this always needs articulation. Good, good, good. All right, let's delete that. Okay. Moving on, we have our vocals. Vocals. Okay. Piano, mallets. Okay. And then miscellaneous pads, all this junk. Boom. Okay. Okay, that looks weird. Let's delete that. What else? I think for the most part the drums should be a easy transition, but I'm gonna have to, wow, glue these in. It's all random here. Okay, I think I got all of those. Let's look at the non-to MIDI all at once. Okay, this looks weird. So what is this? This is the bass drum. So it goes over, hits, and quiets down. And then, so let's just do a step for that one. Actually for both. Over here too, step. Okay, that looks better. Let's just delete this as we go. Let's do a step on this one. And step on this one. What if I do that? Oh, that's good. Okay. Huh. Tambourine. Oh, I brought this down because of the articulation, or the layering gets really loud when you put the velocity up. So then 69. Okay. Moving on. Let's delete all this. Okay. Yeah. Did I skip something? This one? Almost there. Okay, this is funky. So what is this supposed to be? This is the whooshes. I think I'll just delete all that. Okay, so now we got that taken care of. One other thing I'll do, since this was a global copy, this retains all that information over on the next half. So I'm just going to delete. That should cover all the weird wonky data that happens. And not really. As you can see, as soon as I chop that off, then this happens. Yeah. So this is stuff that I'm like, didn't have to deal with on the older versions of Cubase. And so I don't know. It's like, do I deal with this, or is there like a better way to handle this? I don't know. I think that's partly why I might have this on. That's probably why that happened, actually. That probably won't happen if I don't have that option, but I'm going to have to do this for every single track, pretty much, for the rest of my life. I mean, I'll find ways to not have to spend so much time on this, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna deal with it until I have a eureka moment. So let's go like this. Okay. Yeah. And then there's a shortcut key called thin MIDI data that works really well for the old Cubase, but the new Cubase, you can't thin MIDI data anymore. There's probably some other setting. I'll have to look into it sometime because it's starting to drive me crazy. Okay, like this stuff shouldn't be changing, but it is changing, so that's unnerving. Gotta make sure that it's all the same. Yep, here we go. More. That's so weird, huh? I don't know if you guys know or understand what I'm dealing with right now, or if you're going through the same pains here. I'm just going to delete this right here. Oop. Okay, I think we're almost there. This is drums. Just delete. I saw there's something here. Oh, there's one or two other ones. Okay. All right. Great. I think that's it. So then let's press play and make sure it all plays well. Okay, so right here, this needs to be louder. So let's bring up this in the velocities. Well, there's one note missing. There you go. Cool. And maybe draw in some of that in the fader. Oh, oops. Let's actually bring this over here. Okay. And then the other thing is, since this is Jaeger, they do have a nice articulation change where, oh, I'm already at it. I'm at staccato. Well, then let's hear what spiccato sounds like. Yeah, I think that's staccato sounds better. Okay, so then let's do the same, drawing in some fader over to the Pacific side. Okay, well, let's hear the difference now. Okay, we're missing crash cymbals in general. So I mean, as soon as you heard that crash, all of a sudden, like, oh, now we're missing other crashes. So let's add that in. I'm just debating if I should do it in here with this, or if I should do it with the drum set, and just in this middle section I'm talking about. So I'm gonna try with the drum set first. So I want to turn this back on. Let's do maybe it's something like that. Okay. So then what if we go back to this cool crash Piatti thing, but quieter? And then maybe another crash here. Oh, that's the wrong drum. Was it this one? So we have this crash, or we have that crash. I kind of like that crash better. Okay, so let's put that in on the other side, which was over here, I believe. Cool. All right, so then it's this side. Oh, hello. Oh man, what just happened? Let's go back over here. There we go. Because relatively, this is a little bit quieter than that other section. That's pretty good, actually, right there. Okay, so then what about the beginning? Yeah, it needs something, right? Okay, so should we do this Piatti? Bring this over. Okay, so it's kind of loud. Right there. So we need another one. Question is, which do we do this? Oop. Let me unzoom out. Let's do that over here. Still kind of loud. The easier way to do this then is change it in this and do the step mode instead. Let's go about 40. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more. That's good. Good balance. Maybe a crash rate. Right here too. A crash would be nice. Maybe a soft crash in the drum set. Maybe a different crash on that one. Interesting. Typically a drum set player can't do that and the drum fill. Hopefully maybe yeah, it's kind of another crash here, soft crash. the ending will change, but we're getting there. So I think the only thing I'll do different is change that to figure out what will happen next. Um, I'm not. I wasn't planning on finishing or doing another stream for this one. So I'm gonna take it as far as I can, just with the last few minutes for today. But you get the gist, and you'll get to hear the final track, final version of this track, in the next month or two. We'll see. We'll see when this album gets released. There's still a lot of revisions and maybe some stemming on top of getting the album artwork and getting all that situated with the publisher. But with that being said, I'm not sure how to end this. So, thinking out loud, I'm going to play the last part again and see. So, let's just get rid of the melody stuff. And let's just go all the way out, like about there. What if we go up? And then dun and end it that way, right? Okay, I think I hear something now. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here's just a quick couple minutes here. Jump. So if I could just find with this big chunk of notes where I can hear a hit. Let's see. Okay. So what if I took a bunch of notes here, like that, go here, and okay, so jump, jump. Yeah, so let's turn off this. I don't need that. Okay, so let's put the chord on G here. Oh, actually, I don't even need notes there. Okay, so we have, well, maybe. Let's use this guitar as the proof of concept. Boom. Okay, so I still hear notes. Oh, okay, that's why. Boom. Okay. a solo, and let's go here. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, and then I need to actually put another hit here. Oh. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump. Boom. Okay, yeah. So this is coming along. Let's do this. And then going to, actually, let's go to the first one, which I believe would be here. Okay, so that dun 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 dun. Let's go grab it from here though. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, so let's grab that. I'm just gonna copy and let's paste that over here. And then dun 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 dun. Let's not delete all of that. Okay. Is that right? Okay. So then we go here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay, let's go. Da 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 da. And then maybe just a short note. Ba-da 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 ba-da. It's like a C major chord. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Maybe just going down again. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Kind of like that little run right before. Da 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 da. Maybe longer. Maybe repeat that. I don't know. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So if we were to lengthen that, da 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 da, jump. That might be cool to end it that way. So I might have to change this now. And all of these hits. Right, so then we go da 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 da, bam. Okay, so it's the equivalent of when a band doesn't play together, they're on the right notes, and you're like, it's like a train wreck. That's what just happened. So then, there you go. And we could probably even go jun 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 like that. Right here. Oh, still a train wreck. Okay, and then like a timpani roll, zoom, right? Something like this. Something like that. That's sort of the very shortcut way of ending it. I liked how it ends actually, but we just have to fill it up, right, and make it bigger. But I think I'm gonna call it for tonight as far as the session goes. Just imagine how the ending will sound when it's all fleshed out. But basically, we have the structure, we have most of the song, and so without you know ruining the experience, I just give you a preface. The ending will sound kind of thin and more of like a skeleton, which is this measure here. So what was that, 102? Oh, yeah, so at 102 it's going to sound kind of thin, but everything else should sound pretty full. So here is a preview of the song, and just stay tuned for when the album is released. Here we go. Sorry about the synths. That ARP got stuck somehow. So you were just hearing the ARP just the whole time. It was going, but luckily the orchestral instruments were louder than that, so you couldn't really hear until the end. Um, yeah, so I'm not sure if I can fix that. With anything. That was probably just a computer error. Anyways, that is it for today and for this series. Thank you for watching, guys. Just quick notes. The next episode will be the 100th episode. So I have some ideas on what we could do for that. But I'm not sure 100%. So I have a few different options. So stay tuned for that. It'll be nice to celebrate our 100th episode. That means I've done 100 of these within about 2 to 3 hours each. That's a lot of streams, a lot of hours put in. I mean, really, this is just another day in the office for me. Working in front of you guys is just a treat. So anyways, I do really enjoy this and I hope to keep going. So thank you again for watching, guys. I hope you have a great night or great day wherever you are. Take care, guys.